Hello everyone and welcome to Monkeyfish channel. In today's video let's talk about really controversial topic, which is self-defense and if you can disarm the gun.
Ooh. That's going to happen 9 times out of 10.
Before we go any further, I have to let you know that I am not a self-defense guru or expert. I am just a guy who likes to test if something works or not. So on the internet you can find a lot of videos and techniques how to disarm somebody with a gun. Some of those techniques are pretty cool looking, some of them are really bad, and some of them are hocus pocus movie worthy things what probably would never work in the real life. And I'm going to try to use some of those techniques. I'm going to try to improvise some techniques just to keep myself alive. Okay, so this was the part when I tried to improvise some techniques to keep myself alive, and as you could see, didn't work well. So I searched the internet to find different types of gun disarming techniques, and I found many of them. And first I decided to test them with this dummy gun, and after that we move for this gun which actually can hurt me, but this gun didn't survive our tests. We have to finish our test with this small gun which can shoot with small plastic balls, and the idea was that I'm going to try to use the same techniques with this gun because this gun can hurt me, and I know this is not the smartest way, but I think this is the only way to see if technique works. You know, all techniques can work on the dummy gun which never can hurt you.
Give me your shit. Thank you. Come on, come on, come on,
Okay, so this was the part when we used a dummy, and as you could see, it was not the best. And I tried to use some techniques from internet, but it didn't work well for me. And now it's the time to go for something what can hurt me, but before that I'm going to share with you my observations. So in my opinion, everything is depend of the guy who holding the gun. If you're going to react or act. So if you're going to react, then probably he would just move the arm so you cannot take away from his hands the gun, or just simply step back. And if you're going to act, then he's going to just shoot you, because why not? Of course, there's also a third option that your attacker is going to freeze, but even that probably he will not just let you take the gun from his hand that easy. And you know, guns normally have some weight, so he will not hold this gun like this. He will have a good grip because he knows that when he shoots, this have some power in it, so he have to hold the gun quite tight, and he will not hold this like a dummy gun because it's a training and if you don't want to break your finger, no, here we have an inside, so probably this can give you extra troubles to get the gun from somebody's hand. And I have seen some video when somebody tried to disarm somebody right away and it worked, but this guy didn't let the gun out from his hand and they end up in the grabbing situation. Now we just train and have fun with the dummy guns, which cannot hurt us. And probably in real life, you're going to shit your pants, all your moves going to be sloppy and everything can go wrong. And trust me, this guy with the gun is more ready than you. And even if you train 1,000 hours the same move, how to disarm somebody with the gun, probably in this day when you need it, you might make mistake. And this day might be not your day. So think twice. And now it's the time to go for the second part, and probably I need to put some warning here, so
I'm dead so many times.
this one is the worst one. So, as I said before, I'm not really gun person and my knowledge about guns is quite limited, so I asked somebody with military background to help me with that and show me some things.
You know, it's just a theory, and in real life it is better not to be in the situation when somebody is pointing a gun at you. But in this situation you need to buy some time. You have to distract them. Tell them, don't kill me, please, I have kids, anything. And then you strike. Because if he is just pointing the gun at you, there is almost no chance that you can be faster than him. So you need to distract him, and when he's not focused, then you attack. It is important that you grab the gun, not the forearm, because when you grab the gun, especially the slide, you can get it jammed so it won't shoot anymore. In this moment, it is easier for you to take away the gun from someone's hand, and you won't have to worry that he will shoot you while you are doing it. But still, accidents happen and you have to look out. When you do this, never point the gun in your direction, so you need to move the gun like this, so it's pointing up and not towards you. This technique is quite similar, but you finish it a little bit different. You start the same, you grab the gun, and instead of going to the side like before, this time you're going down, and this sometimes can break even someone's finger, as you can see here. So yeah, you can take away his gun, reload it, and you're ready to go. But again, you need to remember that you cannot point the gun towards yourself while you're doing any of these techniques, because accidents happen and it is better to be safe than sorry. But let's be honest, in this situation you are never really safe.
So I just learned that it's a good idea to try to grab the gun like this when you try to disarm somebody, because this thing can lock the gun and you cannot shoot anymore in theory. And as we know, many videos on internet showing that gun disarming is good to grab the wrist or move the arm to the side, and this is it. But now when I know that this thing can lock the gun, maybe this is a little bit smarter, because here if I shoot you and you move my arm to the side and you dodge the bullet, then now we start to wrestle. You try to close the distance, I try to go away because I don't want to be holded. And here in this moment I can shoot your leg, shoot your balls, shoot your belly by accident or purpose. I have seen a lot of videos about gun disarming, the good ones and the bad ones, but quite a lot are similar to each other, because most of the time you try to move away or close the distance or grab here, do some magic. Generally you try to make this gun not pointing on you, move somewhere else. But I was thinking about it, and when somebody shoots it while you do your things, this make a lot of noise and this can give you a shock. You can even freeze. I know some people who get shocked when balloon explode, and you can even put them next to their faces and show it, and they know exactly when the balloon going to explode, but they can still get shocked. And here you never know when and if you're going to shoot, and this is going to be much louder. So sound of the shooting gun is around 150 to 160 decibels, and 130 is completely enough to damage your hearing. This is why I was thinking that being here is maybe not the best place to be, but still it's much better than be here when the gun fires.
It is going to be very loud when he's firing. So, taking your fingers, putting them in your ears like this so you don't damage your hearing.
I have seen some statistics that the most common injury after war was losing the hearing. And yeah, probably being deaf is much better than being dead, but we are not in this situation. And maybe it's just better to give to the guy what he wants instead of trying to be superhero from the action movie, and you know, come back home safe to your family or people close to you. But I know all of you are ninja commandos and you can eat John Wick and Deadpool for the breakfast. I know that, but you might get shocked when this fire next to you. You can freeze, you can make many mistakes. But I was thinking about this sound and tried to make a test. It's not where I test, but I try my best, and this is it. So in this test I told my wife that she can shoot me when she see that I try to do something suspicious, like try to make a step or try to disarm her. She was free to shoot me, and this was the result. I make the same test with my friend, and this was the result. Just to be clear, I'm not saying that gun disarming is not possible to do it, because we can see videos, so it's a proof that it's possible to do it. But not in this kind of scenarios how people train that I am waiting and this guy can somehow disarm me. Normally it's something like somebody come to the shop or wherever and this guy from nowhere take my arm, so I wasn't ready for that. But if I am here, I'm ready to shoot this guy. And we don't see so many videos of this kind of situation, and maybe it's some reason why we don't see this kind of videos. But this is just my opinion, and probably if you train gun disarming, probably have a much bigger chance to success in this situation. But I can see some weekend self-defense courses that they teach gun disarming, and I think this is really stupid and dangerous because some people can get this kind of fake confidence that they 10 times they did some gun disarming on their rubber dummy gun, and they can believe that in the real situation they are ready to disarm somebody. And I know this sounds really stupid and weird, but I know some people are like this. I know some people who watch Ip Man movie and then they train like a half year of Wing Chun and they believe that they can fight 10 black belts or go and fight with the boxer and still win, and they even didn't never spar, but they still believe that they can do it. So this giving you some kind of fake confidence, so I think this should not be allowed. But this is not the point of the video. The point of the video was just I was trying to disarm something. So I think if you want to train gun disarming, then you should train with some kind of gun who can actually shoot. It doesn't have to be this airsoft gun as I did. This can be just Nerf gun or whatever, something which is more safe. But I think this is the only way to find out if you can disarm somebody with the gun, because in many cases I was sure that I moved the gun away, but still I get shot in my arm or my chest or whatever. And this is, I think, the way to train. I am not a self-defense guru, I'm not a self-defense expert, but in my opinion, when you are in this situation, then just give to the guy what he wants. Give the money, give the watch, give the phone, whatever. This might save your life. Unless you are 100% sure that this is over because you did something to the guy with the gun and he just wants to get his revenge, or he just tell you, say bye-bye. This is time to do something. But if you are not 100% sure that you're going to die, then probably you should just give your stuff and do what he wants. This probably give you more chances than trying to take his gun from his hand. Unless he don't have a gun yet, his gun is on his belt and you can see that he's reaching for the gun, then you can try to close the distance. And then it's 50-50 because you can take the gun or he can take the gun. But still, this is probably not the best idea. And yeah, I am not self-defense expert and probably I have no idea what I'm talking about. So probably you should go and watch another experts on internet. Probably they know much more and they are better than me. But this is just my take on this topic. And yeah, I have nothing more to say. So thank you for watching and see you next time.